tired.
And back now live, I'm Carl Cameron from Washington, where the annual convention of the Conservative Political Action Conference is underway. Several thousand conservative elite activists from around the country and dozens of special interest groups on the right have gathered here to hear from the presidential candidates tomorrow. All but one will be participating. Arizona Senator John McCain is taking a pass on this annual stop. This stop on the quadrennial presidential campaign trail, so important to Republican candidates. McCain was last night a guest on the David Letterman show. He said then, as he has so many times before in recent weeks, that he's running for president. But his absence at the CPAC convention in Washington has really begun to anger conservatives. There seems to be an emerging consensus here that among the top-tier Republican presidential candidates in 2008, there really is no preferred favorite. Activist upon activist says they haven't yet made up their mind. But McCain's absence here could certainly cost him and engender some ill will from conservatives. And this morning, a particular group, Citizens United, a right-leaning organization, has issued a 22-page pamphlet specifically designed to discourage conservatives from voting for John McCain. It talks about his many shifting positions and the fact that he has prided himself on being a maverick Republican who has broken with his party and his president time and time again. It also points out that in 2004, he was often discussed as a possible running mate to John Kerry, a split ticket with John McCain running as a Republican under a Democratic presidential nomination. There will be a host of speeches here tomorrow, but McCain will not be among them. There are a large number of activists and supporters from the various different presidential campaigns who've spread out all across this conference center. Booths and activists all looking forward to what will be a straw poll held here on Saturday, when conservatives will give one of their indications as to who they think might best be the GOP nomination. But it is very clear that because of Mitt Romney's changing positions, he now considers him pro-life, but as recently as 2002, he was calling himself pro-choice. Rudy Giuliani's social positions and John McCain's absence here has caused some consternation. More to come in Washington. Carl Cameron, Fox
News. From Beacon Hill to Back Bay, from burning witches to bussing blacks, this city has something for everyone. Unless you're black.
Well, that was Rob Corddry on The Daily Show, who kept us laughing with his in-depth reports that we all love and remember. Rob is taking his talents from the streets to his own show called The Winner, but he just can't seem to get away from the issues of his virginity. Take a look.
There's so much history here, like Faneuil Hall, Bunker Hill, the site of the Boston Tea Party.
Of course, everyone knows about this little piece of Boston history. The Adams Inn, where I treated Maureen Sullivan to my virginity.
Oh, my God. Glenn Abbott? Glenn Abbott? Wow. Oh. Good.
I just got my hair done.
And Rob Corddry joins me now. We're talking about his new sitcom called The Winner. It's good stuff. It's really funny. You having fun doing it?
I'm having a blast.
So
yeah.
Sullivan, I've missed her first name, but is that a true story?
Maureen Sullivan, only the names have been changed. But that was the actual hotel in which the act took place.
So did you have to call your friend and say, do you mind if I do this? Or you just go ahead and do it and hope for the best?
We actually,
How does that work?
I did call her, and I said, look, we're gonna, is it okay if we use your picture, or if I just say that I lost my virginity to you? And she said, okay, that's fine, no big deal. And then I said, oh, and we're gonna show a picture of you. How does that sit? And she's like, all right, go ahead. And I was like, thank you. Oh, we call you a whore.
And how do you feel about that? You might as well just use her name at that point,
I know, right?
You know, tell me a little bit about the new show, and it's basically about a guy. I'll tell you. Why don't I tell you about the new show?
You tell me about the show. I'm
and then you
so
tell me
sick
about
of talking about it.
Kind of a loser, but you tell it in the past tense, right? After you've become I love this too, the richest man in Buffalo.
I'm the richest man in Buffalo. It's sort of the whole show is a flashback.
And does anything about this character and the way that he is remind you of yourself?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
I have a little bit more hair than he does.
Oh, really? So did you do that in makeup?
I'm a lot thinner.
Tell me a little bit about, you know, The Daily Show obviously got to do a lot of news stories and make fun of a lot of news stories, make fun of even a Fox News channel.
No, we
you can
did not.
believe
Never
that
do that
once in a while.
Never
there's a lot of good juicy news stories out there these days. Do you ever miss, like, getting your hands on them? Do you see stuff go by and think,